Oh my god, you guys. Good morning. Welcome back, or it's like afternoon rather. Um, I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Okay. So I just had some really interesting stuff happen as I came to sit down. I've been attempting to do this read for a while. I wanted to do it first thing this morning, and then the people next door started like pouring cement, which is interesting because I can appreciate in the whole time that they've been building, like it's like brick and mortar, which is funny, right? But it's like not a bunch of loud construction noise. So this is like the first time like it's like loud. It wasn't really that loud, but I just don't like the constant like machine frequencies all the time. Like for a certain amount of time, yeah, but after a time, like I'm so sensitive. So, hello lovers, hello lovelies. So there's some 111. We're starting. Start your engines. Start your engines. Um, so there's been some interesting energy that's been coming in. You guys have to forgive me. I'm gonna trip out by looking at myself. I've been working on creating this um, special special like organic shampoo or whatever, like for super like cleansing and stuff and hydration. Hello. But I also bleached my hair. I did like this intensive treatment and then I bleached my hair. So it just looks so white to me. Like it's so white. I'm not used to it. I'm used to like very colorful or much darker. So if I look like I'm fucking tripping out when I look over here at you, it's because I like my older brother has like super blonde hair. Like I don't have blonde hair. This is bleach. I think it's probably good now where I can actually more even and good and getting like to keep the curls. I don't know if you guys have curly hair, but there's a whole nother thing all in its own. And I'm just learning as an adult, right, how to care for myself and my hair and my skin. These are never things I was allowed or taught or showed. So I'm parenting myself as an adult because I had to be the parent or caretaker for everybody else my whole life. So I did this really cool like organic stuff like shampoo, but right now I left it in because I bleached it. It's like a cleansing, but like also like a mask. Natural stuff, guys. Everything we need actually comes from nature. Nature, the pigments, the dyes, all of that stuff. Now, sometimes because I just am a creative person, I like more vibrant things. So I get like very specific non chemical, like vegan, like special dyes, but I would like to figure out how to create a better way to create more dyes. Today I'm actually wearing this, right? So this was a thing, and when I was creating all the fashion, um, this was a thing about the dyeing process because it takes a chemical set. So anything that is a color, okay, unless it's organic, right? Unless it's an organic dye like this, and I do make things, mostly just the underwear that is the organic dye, and the reason why is because we want things that are organic in our special places where we sweat because they're more susceptible to the things, to cancerous things and other things, right? Wherever our precious parts are, whether we're male or female. And so I still like to have color, so I try to adapt in my line some color. I work with some rayon. This is actually one of the guys tank tops, but you could totally like, I wear it as a dress with my piece bralette. And these are the hand dyed. These are the hand dyed. This is like a player cut. They look like, to me it's like a baseball player. This one's more of a thong than a. But if you order, you guys, if people order stuff that is, for instance, organically or hand dyed, it's gonna take like 3 to 4 months. right? And so this is why I still have kept things in the way that I've kept them. And the reason why is because in order to do things that aren't evasive to the rest of everywhere, you know, there's so many things that go into it. So actually, hold on, let me show you. I have a picture, so that's why it's annoying that I have to reshoot all this stuff, because I already did these photo shoots. Here's actually my friend. So this is actually my friend that does the jewelry. And when he came out, the photographer and the other model, like the people were so shitty. But he's wearing some of the men's stuff. He's wearing this, okay? So this is like maybe 4 or 5 years old. This is like before my accident even. So he actually came through super hardcore and he was like, what, you got men's stuff? Let me check it out. And he started trying everything on. He's like, wow, this is super good. But I made some stuff, of course, that was like in a couple different colors, like the purple, obviously, in the rayon, because I wanted to create something that was, so some of the sarongs and tank tops and different stuff, I did do in rayon also, not bamboo, because I wanted to create something that was working with a more sustainable material, but also at a more affordable price point for people. But like, yeah, this could easily be a dress if you wanted to. I'm wearing it like this because it's hot. It's summer where I live, you guys. So anyways, when I was up here, this card, so first this card flew off downstairs. And I was like, all right, do I really need whatever card it is? Do I need whatever card it is? And I wasn't sure. And then after that, we had this dude, because it's windy now, right? We had Dwa Kwal, Dharma Unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Okay, so first we had this dude. And then Lord Ganesha, right? Infinite abundance, obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. Now what they did is they flew, so I have these boxes up here from these cards. So the reason why I read sometimes these other 2 decks is because they were given to me by a dear friend of mine. Shout out, Six. You never call me on the shell phone. But so they're still newer, but I had it up here on this. I have like a railing up here where I put like all the little incense and all the things. And these cards literally flew into this box and like, boom, it was like this big, huge, loud thing. So I had to go down there and pick up this card. And the card that went down the first time when the wind first picked up, as I'm like sitting here in this meditation thinking state, right? A lot starts coming because there's a lot of energies that want to send a message, that want to have me convey a message, if that makes sense. And this one was what it is, 22, okay? So this is about our partnership or our duality, right? This is about the moves we want to make. She's looking a little concerned. Set your course, know where you wish to go, have a plan, and make sure it's the right direction, okay? So for some of you guys, you could be offered some different directions or some different offers, but make sure that you, 1, examine them. Number 2, know that we're still in Mercury retrograde. So don't just like quickly agree to, I mean, yeah, like if someone's like, yeah, let's go hang out or whatever, like, okay, but don't quickly agree to instant contracts or like these types of things, you know, like you need to actually take a moment, right? Because this card also blew over 11, changed in the night, which is interesting because this is 22 and this is 11. Changed in the night, you have changed quickly. So something could have happened also overnight, right? Something could have happened overnight, and now you got to be careful, right? Because what you think and the different things like this can be very very potent, right? Like for instance, yesterday I was like, oh, I would really love to attract in like more supportive energies, especially like masculine energies. So I can stay or remain, like, to be more in feminine energy, right? And however that's coming in, look, here's more blowing off. Cosmic gateways. See, we can open gateways. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So when you think about things, right? Okay, when you think about things, your thoughts. Hello, beautiful friend of mine, Sea Star. When you think about things, your thoughts are powerful, right? What the fuck, right? So this just flew over. The wind is blowing and it's picking the cards for me right now. That's what I'm saying. It's really funny because as I'm sitting here, like, doing the prayer and the meditation and lighting the Palo Santo, they're just like, they're just like jumping out of the decks. And we have El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So yeah, I really feel this energy of, like, this is what they're saying, right? No, like, be aware. Don't be over skeptical, because sometimes that can block our blessings, but be aware, right? Awaken the presence. Like, when you're present with yourself, then the universe, like, everything seems very clear. Your power of discernment becomes very clear. And that's kind of the energy of what they were telling me, right? Because, so this morning, I went on to see a message or something from somebody, to check some messages. People send me messages. And I went on, and I only really like go onto Instagram and things like this. Like, when people send me messages, I try to really keep people on my phone, like, off of the social media too much. And I went on there, and sure as shit, I had a message from my ex from Italy that was like, hey Zoe, like, where in Bali exactly do you stay? My best friends are going to be on holiday, like, what, like, and I'm thinking, oh, cool, right? So cool, right? That's amazing. Because if there's one thing I understand, it's that the majority of Italian men understand how to treat women, right? He's actually the one, Simone is actually the one that set a very high standard for me for how everybody else has to actually show up for me. So shout out everybody to my lovely Italians and that all these experiences, and what's even interesting is, when I was there, they had a housekeeper, they had somebody that came to clean the place, but I still would just, like, do it in the laundry and all this stuff, and they're like, he would be like, oh, but Zoe, why? You don't have to, like, just rest or enjoy your time or whatever you need to do, right? And it was like, I don't know, I felt compelled. I felt compelled to, like, do things and whatever, and most of the time, like, that was pretty much the only thing I could do, because they were taking care of everything else for me, like, even when it was time for me to go, he was so upset. He was like, go, I'm not coming back until you're gone. And I'm just like, okay. Even his friends came, like, they helped me pack, like, they still were like, come and have lunch, like, they still took care for me, and so I'm just like, wow, that's really interesting. There's a wild card, like, I wasn't expecting that, but the reality is that was the energy that was present, that was the frequency or the energy that I was at, right, before I showed up even to Bali, was in this, like, I'm following this thing and I'm safe and I'm protected and I'm loved, and I was like, what the fuck, like, yeah, okay, queen stuff. So just to be real, right? And that's what I'm saying, and that's why it blew over, because it was like, set your course. It's like, what's your course? And so what was very clearly my course, when I was like, okay, what is my map, right? When this blew down, like, what's your map, Oracle? Set your course. Like, what's your intention? Like, your dharma. Like, the universe is here to answer to you. It's gonna give you what you work for, but It's going to remove the obstacles and the things, but what are the things that you want? And are you still holding things maybe that don't belong there? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about this VIP parking, but when that came in, I was like, oh, am I insulted? Like, what? Like, I wasn't really sure how to feel. And I was like, well, my course is set. I want to be loved. I want to be appreciated, right? Treated properly, respected, adored, feel protected and safe, right? I want to be able to feel that. Like, that's how feminine cannot be soft and gentle and in their feminine, because they're not feeling safe or protected. Like, any time, and this goes just like shout out to all the dudes or women, whatever, like, this isn't an excuse for women to be crazy or something, but if the woman is upset or the woman is freaking out or the woman is in duress, that's generally because the man, right, because she's not feeling safe, she's not feeling secure. So that's when the stress or the whatever, if she's feeling safe and secure, then she's going to be happy to be making the food or being, very present in her feminine form. I could guarantee you that if anybody probably asked him if I was masculine, he would be like, he would have never experienced that with me. Never. He probably got the softest, sweetest, most feminine version of me. Because, so this is look at that. Voice of truth, Joan of Arc, bro. Okay? So the reality of the situation is, okay, that's great, right? I'm open to whatever the universe is putting in my path. Now, does that not mean before I respond, I don't check in, be like, is this a trap? Is this a setup? I have to be a little bit skeptical, but then I have to check myself also and be like, you know what? Something changed, right? And that's how I came back and checked myself. I was like, wait a second. I did actually put it out to the universe. I wasn't maybe as specific or clear. So whatever. So of course I was like, your best friend is here? Cool. I need a friend to hang out with. And that's the reality, right? Is like, you should be able to be friends with people that you loved before and be able to be like, as long as they're not fucking psychotic, obviously. But, you should be able to be like, hey, I'm going to be there, or my friends are going there, or they want to meet up, or tell them where to go, or whatever. Like, this is not, I don't know. It depends, right? If you're communicating with your ex and you're still fucking them on the side, then that's another story if you have a new partner or whatever. And this is another thing, okay? Voice of truth. They want me to say this, okay? Ooh. Oh my God, you guys. Ninja Star. Hold on, where did it go? Where did it go? Went far away, it went down. Oh no, here. It's going down, so something could be a surprise, okay? Something could be a total surprise. I bleached my hair. That's what I was saying, is it's funny, I'm so blonde, right? I look totally different, and I'm not sure what I'm wearing today. So I made these are like rosy pink eyebrows, only because I was so blonde. It looked weird, like I look very weird without eyebrows. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So what this tells me is it's so important that in our before we agree to something, we speak our voice of truth. We express like how this thing basically is not just like how we feel initially, like how it's affecting us initially, but what is the part in us that is affected, right? Like my first thing was like, do I need to be afraid? Yeah, because I'm blonde. That's so funny. You know, like, do I need to be afraid, and how to check in with myself, and then how to recheck myself and be like, okay, wait, where is this fear of safety stemming from? And it's like, okay, that's still, it's not a fear of safety, okay? It's healing that fear of safety from the masculine energy. And when we reframe what's going on, when we take a moment to process exactly what's going on, we can be like, wait a second, why, what, wait, what? Like, am I going to be afraid? Like, no, I only have to, like, I can entertain just as much as I choose, right? I can say, that's great. I want to hang out and see what's up and see how people are, see where they're at, right? Does that mean that automatically means this or that, or grants somebody this or that? Not necessarily, no. Because this is where a voice of truth is coming in, right? It's like, if you know what your course is, right? Like, I know what my course is. I know the things that I'm calling in. So, like, in order for, I'm working on this divine healing, and I'm a healer to help other people also, right? Honor your sensitivity. Retreat or recharge or heal. Your light can support others. So, the reality is, sometimes we know how much, if people are adding or subtracting, right? If people's energy is helping us, or if it's draining us, right? Yeah, look at the life force upside down. So it's like, be very aware, sometimes there is questions that you can ask, but sometimes you don't need to ask always the questions to the other people, because people like to lie. Like, also ask the questions to see how people respond and what they say. For some of them, they may be asking for forgiveness, okay? For some people, somebody may be coming in. I've been picking up on this really, really heavily. Somebody coming in in the hopes, having faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. So you may get a surprise call or visit or approach, right? That's why I was like, okay, this was kind of out of pocket, but that's cool. Like, I'll go hang out. But this person is hoping, like, somebody is hoping for forgiveness, okay? Somebody wants to come in and offer this cup of love, but there's something that they need to tell you, okay? This could be somebody else, okay? Maybe before they weren't in love with you, maybe they told you they were in love with you, but they weren't. Maybe they were entertaining somebody else still. But for some reason, somebody realizes that they lost a lot with you. For others, this can be that somebody maybe realizes that they were able to provide, to show up as a, like, not in all the ways that a lover should, right? Like, so maybe certain people can show up and be like, yes, I'm providing for you materialistic, like, I'm paying for everything, but, like, maybe they're not, like, showing up physically or emotionally or mentally. And there's, like, multiple things, there's multiple things that come into play, right? It's not just when we connect with people and when we have relationships, whether they're friends or lovers or all these other things, there's multiple things, right? Somebody might be able to offer some type of home or stability. Somebody might be more emotionally available. Somebody might be more mentally stimulating. Somebody might be more sexually satisfying, right? And that's kind of what I'm That's kind of what I'm seeing here, collective, is like, what I'm seeing is that either the reason why these people haven't approached, okay, there's this Queen of Wands again. Okay, there's obviously a third party, some type of other woman or other person or sex addiction or pornography. This is something like very someone's over engaging in something, or maybe this was the problem before and this is what we're healing from, or they've been working on healing from. They may have finally found that balance, and in the process of them finding that balance, they realize they lost collective. When collective was always there, they realize that they still chose this devil. They still chose this third party. They still chose this substance, this friend, this lifestyle, this whatever it is, right? Capricornic energy. And because this dude totally looks like this dude tie, I know, swear to God. And that's what this thing, or these people, these other, it could be whatever, that's what they were doing. Is for some of them, they were even using magic, okay? They were even using spells, okay? To keep them in this state like, oh, you're good. You're good. Actually doing this and doing that is taking care of yourself and it's healing. This person may have been telling you, yeah, having all this love and having all these relationships and fucking all these other women and doing all of this is going to make you more in your masculine. It's going to make you more like this, more like that, when really they were just harvesting your fucking energy. And this has been a really big message that's been coming in. These vampiric, parasitic entities that have been entering people. Okay, and this is, stay with me, guys. Stay with me here, because this is really important information they've been wanting me to share all morning. So these very low frequency energies, they can hop into other people, right? They can hop in and hop through other people, especially like they can carry energy, for instance, of past lovers or family members or friends, or maybe they come through those people, right? Where those people are maybe a little bit too fucked up all the time, or they drink too much, or they're really into these lower frequency things, like maybe jerking off too much or too much porn or whatever it is. And because they're entertaining these lower frequency vibrations, they have this resonance, right? They have this resonant frequency, which allows these fucking entities, these spirits, to basically body snatch, to be like, I'm in this control, right? And that can be why you see certain, like, where you're like, wait a second, you know, where I was like, wait a second, right? Like, I had a partner that was like from somebody in the West Coast that was coming through, the last partner that I had, and I was like, this is fucking weird. And that's exactly what was happening, is they were like, woo, seat opening, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you guys ever been at like a, like, that's what they're showing me. Like, you ever been at an amusement park, right? And like, let's say like, you know, like the punk ass kids, whatever, we are always those punk ass kids, but let's say they're just like, people aren't paying attention and they're trying to call people into the seats so they can close them down, and they're just like, they jump in that seat because somebody's not like going, they just like go in front of them or whatever. It's like quick, you know, like quick swoop. That's basically like the energy of what's been going on. Do you know a captain of a boat is about the same power as a king? I did know that. We are above the law of the land because we're on federal jurisdiction, sweetie, so we're pretty high up. And that could be part, like, because my grandfather was really high pilot and on naval, whatever, like, that's why I was like, was he a fucking president or a king? Like, what was he doing? Like, to have 21 gun salutes, flyovers, fucking, and the cannons, like, I'm like, he must have been someone important. But yeah, that's exactly why. That's what I was telling people, bro. Like, come on. And I was like, Waterworld for hella days. Like, My homegirl down here, Chancey, can totally verify that. I've been on this Captain Boat ship for some time. I was like, come on, everybody's like, okay, Zoe, Waterworld. And I was like, you don't really run into all the same issues when you're not facing all of the fucking problematic things of the rule of the land. So, didn't want to try to align themselves on different levels spiritually. Okay, so that's what happens, right? And that's exactly at a certain level they're not elevating, and so they're choosing that. So they're choosing to stay in these liminal lower states. So you gotta understand, like, faith, right, is also making the commitment. Like, sometimes it's like, you know what, like, I'm gonna not drink alcohol, or I'm gonna not take drugs, or I'm gonna be celibate, or whatever. Like, I'm keeping my vessel clear, or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna intake this because I don't want fluoride on my pineal gland, because I don't want, like, I want my system and digestive tract to be good, so I'm not gonna eat all of that shit. Like, you do it for certain reasons, right? You witnessed this recently a few times, both in, yeah, and that's the thing. And the thing is they don't even know, because the thing is, here's the fucked up thing. When they jump, when they're in there, the person that's there is almost like, so imagine it like going to the dentist, you know, like where they give you, like, where you're not fully under anesthesia, but so you're like aware of what's going on, so it still is their memory of them doing it, but they're fucking jumping in, and that's what they're trying to do. And I just want to be real, because I know a lot of the people that do come on here are light workers, are empaths, are starseeds, are indigos, and you guys, we have this such a huge mission that's what they're doing. It's not even necessarily your family member or your partner or your best friend. It's not those people that are trying to attack you. It's these fucking entities, and their time is up. Okay, they're at this bridging point, and what's happening is, only because we're partially stuck in this little fucking time loop right now, right, that they're still able to be here trying to manipulate. And as long as we're allowing this fear, this caged manipulation, this, oh my God, I miss this and I'm that, and lust, greed, gluttony, like all of these things, right, when we're dealing with them, that's what they're feeding off of. They're feeding off of that jealousy. They're feeding off of that fucking judgment. They're feeding off of the fear. They're feeding off of the, I need the attention. Oh, I need that. Oh, if I fuck, I'll feel better, or whatever. Like, they're feeding off of that life force energy. And what they're doing is, if they feed enough, like if they get enough power or charge, then they can fucking basically destiny swap. But the problem is, because they got to get the body, right? They got to get the body. Yes, we attract certain things. Yes, they're being ejected from Earth. That's exactly what's happening. They are being eradicated. That's why I'm like, no, I don't care what you're doing. And that's why I'm like, I'm not judging people if they want to celebrate their body as a feminine, if they want to express that. But we can't be doing things or making money off of our temples anymore like that. Like, it's not... Like, keep it classy, San Diego. Like, it's got to be, because that's still operating on a very, very, very low frequency. Like, that's not light language. That's like hussy shit, Jezebel shit, you know? Like, and I don't mean to be, but this is what it is. It's like, they're picking, like I say this all the time, they're basically like they're scanning people, and they're picking the highest frequency and the brightest light. And so that's why all of these fucking parasitic things are like, because they want to suck the fucking light. Because if they can hop in your body, then they get to stay, and they can go into the next fucking dimension, because they have no way to get into the higher realms. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to yell at you guys. It's just like really intense. Because they have no other way to enter into the higher realms besides in a light warrior, a light being, a starseed, an indigo. Because because their energy, their vibration can't hold. They basically like eradicate it. But if they fucking jump on and they have a fucking body host, they can do that. So be aware, right? Be aware. And that's why I'm just like, this is really great. But if someone comes in, even if they were my lover before, like, I'm still going to be like, let's hang out. Let's see how this is, whatever's going on, right? I need to test because I'm only exchanging very divine, sacred energy. That's everything. And I understand, like, even down to what I eat, what I drink, like, I have to tune in and be like, is it cool to go out and hang out with these guys? Is it cool, like, whatever? And I pick up, like, yes, they'll let you choose a bottle, like, they'll let you choose a bottle of wine if you want to have a drink, that had it be uncorked, like, have it be, like, they're protective. Like, that's something that I always knew when I was there, that I was being super watched. And I was like, this is weird. Like, I'm taken care of, like, safe, but it was, like, almost, like, a little too intense, like, because I could feel it, because I'm a psychic, right? So I can feel it. So that doesn't feel good, to be watch or observe or to stalk or to be whatever as a psychic intuitive, like, because you're not, like, you know that it's in physical, but you're like, what? It causes anxiety. Just so all my watchers from all levels and my stalkers, like, that causes anxiety because I can feel it, but, like, nobody's showing up. So it's less evasive for this person to be like, hey, to just send the message and be like, hey, less invasive. Like, I give good responses. Like, if people talk, I give good responses, and that's a reality. Guys, I can't see the private messages. I have to bring them up. Okay, if it says error, then I'm guessing you were writing something that maybe fucking Facebook, whatever this is, YouTube doesn't like. Natural love, yeah, gotta be all natural. Yeah, they're being objected from Earth, totally. And so you just be patient, and don't let it fucking rile you up, because that's what they're trying to do. Because if they can trigger us, right, if they can get us like, or just like, fuck it, I wanna fuck, or whatever, if they can get us in that state, in that weakened state, then they can fucking hop in. Literally, like, this is a real thing. I'm serious. I don't mean to be yelling at you guys, but this is a real thing. And so we want to allow them the space. It's just like, imagine, right? Like, imagine you're doing a parasitic cleanse, right? You drink this stuff, and then you have to do, like, the water cleanse and the fasting, whatever, like, and it takes, like, days and times for that shit to get out. Like, imagine the collective, imagine the whole planet is having a parasitic entity cleanse, Kundalini and third eye awakening. That's like, we just went Scorpio. We're now entering Sag. We just entered Sag. So it was this fucking dark ass trip through the underworld where it's like, and that's what I was telling you guys the other day. Hecate, right? She's the crossroads goddess, right? She's like, here, I'm gonna send you on your path. If I like you, I'm gonna hold the torches and lead you there. If you don't get an escort, don't go down that path. And that's what I'm saying is, like, in the end of the day, like, I know if I were to hang out with the Italian, like, I know that the Italian, like, I know their level of respect, right? I know if I was like, you have to come and pick me up, or can you send me a car and I'll come, that fucking do it. I probably didn't have to ask them. Already probably sorted. Where are you? Well, we want to take you here. Let's go here. Where do you want to go? We're going to pick you up. Where do you live? Let's go. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's for especially for an American woman to experience that, like, game changing. Yeah, we attract. And so this is what I had to tell myself. Well, actually, I shouldn't be upset, because what I was attracting is this type of masculine energy. Right? I know he's not going to send his best friend, like, to be a fucking asshole to me. He would not. He wouldn't do that. Why? They wouldn't. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. So yeah, we do attract this energy. The great purge is the purge of these negative energies. Yes, you know they are leaving. Full body chill. Yeah, look at... yeah, like, they're like, let them go, let it go, like, whatever. Like, that's why I'm just like, do I want to hang out? Like, do I want to go party? Like, yeah, okay, I can go out. Okay, I'm not gonna have spirits, obviously. Don't know. You know, like I have very specific like standards. Like spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, like spatially, like I have very set standards, and that's what's really important, you know? Like for me, I'm just like, I will only ever drink wine now, like if there's a fucking cork in it. Champagne. I know champagne for sure, they can't recork that shit. So I know they can't poison it. I know they can't do whatever. They can try to put spell on it, but I can literally bless it and clean it before whatever. But that's my level. That's my level, because I'm like, nope. Because I had crazy people telling people that I'm fucking losing my mind, taking too many drugs, when really they're over here poisoning me and giving me super, like, crazy amounts of fucking, like, frog skin and different shit like this to try to make me fucking off myself or make me look crazy enough to where I fucking da-da-da-da-da. That's why I started having, like, a fucking stroke or a heart attack. That's why I was going numb. They were trying to fucking off me. So, if somebody from a different country in the world can sense that I'm not feeling safe and wants to send or be like, hey, my friends are over there. You want to go hang out? Because I know you'll feel safe and protected with these people. Thank you. That's love. That is respect. Even as a friend. You know? So people got to understand, like, not just being a woman, right? It's so much more complex than that. It's so much more complex than that. Like, I'm out here, like, I have to, like, worry. Like, if I don't prepare my food, like, I can't just get food from anywhere. I can't just go to a restaurant and sit down. Like, you know how many people, how many little groups and fucking psychotic people out here would like me. So, yeah, unless I have an actual fucking man that I can feel protected with going somewhere, like, so if somebody's gonna be mad about that, then show up, offer me the fucking, take me somewhere, bro. Like, nobody did shit. You know who called me on my birthday? Nobody. Not one single person picked up the phone to tell me happy birthday. So everybody can suck a dick, bro. I give and I give and I give, and I give a shit. I give a shit, bro. I'm going to be loved and adored, right? I'm going to feel safe and protected and appreciated. Whether that's from a man or a woman or whatever, like, that's the kind of people, like, that we need to really be aware of. Like, and what they keep telling me is it doesn't matter how long you've known somebody. It doesn't matter if you knew somebody. Right? You have to be aware of who is this person now. Like, delete the old version of me that you thought you knew, because I'm not the same fucking person anymore. Yes, we're the light that they seek. Yeah, it's like yeah, guys, like, imagine yourself like a fucking bug zapper. And it's like all of these, like, bugs and these parasites and these moths and this fucking shit is coming at you, and you're like, whoa, 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 bing, 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 deflect, you know? Like, that's what you really have to be like. That's really what's happening. We're in this spiritual warfare, and it's not for everybody. There is certain people, look, there's certain people and many people that are here in my collective that tune in that are light warrior. We are here to do something really big. And so, yes, we are more sensitive. And what a blessing to be able to be in this life, having this human incarnation experience, to be able to feel this love and this extra level of sensitivity. And I'm not going to let anybody make me feel shitty about that. And you shouldn't either. Okay? I love you guys. Be your sensitive little selves. And, you know, let it process, right? Emotions. Emotion is energy in motion. Energy never dies. It has to keep moving or be transmuted. So once you cry and you're like, fuck, that really hurt, I'm never going to let somebody do it. The reason why you're experiencing that is so your body can create the recognition to be like, I'm never going to let somebody hurt me or do this or whatever. That's why your brain responds or reacts or does whatever it does. Because your body is like, whoa, 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 I remember. Your nervous system is like, bro, no, please, not again. So you have to really, really, really tune in how you feel around certain people. And if there is a certain amount of battery or limit or level that you have around certain people, like For instance, I know I'm really intense energetically from an auntie that I like to talk to because she's just like really sensitive. And so she's like, I need to take a bath to go to bed. I'm like, okay, I love you. Like I realize I cap her out. And I feel bad for that. But I also know like, she also just like kind of holds the space a little bit because she knows that there's not a lot of people like I can talk to like, people are always talking to me consistently. I'm taking in everybody else's problems and concerns. There's not many people I can express mine to. And so, yeah, that's a different thing. But to know your level and how people make you feel, and if there are people that you really do love, like, are they being manipulative in taking your energy, or are you just more sensitive? You're like, cool, I really love your energy, but it's so intense for me that I can only handle about this much of it at a time. Right? But like, here's the thing, voice of truth, Joan of Arc, right? We have to be able to express that, something that she told me, and she's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, did you go to a chiropractor? She had a problem with her neck. And she's like, yeah, but she fucked me up, and then I had to go to the hospital. And I was like, what? I couldn't understand. She's like, well, I didn't tell her that I was having the thing in my neck. And she was like, so that was my fault. And I was like, good job. Good job. This is where we are elevating, when we notice the thing that didn't work out good, and then we're like, wait a second, here's the part that I played. Where is the personal responsibility? Because it's not always you, right? What did I do? What did I do? Okay, and there's a fine line between I did something to get this response, okay, because that's also like narcissists and manipulators love to keep you on that space of, did you do something like, if I was actually being over emotional because it was my period or whatever. It's like, no, you were being over emotional because you felt somebody else bringing some stank ass energy your way, and instead of them meeting you with compassion, they met you with fucking manipulation or bombarding or bullshit. And your body was like, whoa, your nervous system was like, hey, no. And your emotions were like, hey, this energy needs to go somewhere because you're bombarding me. And that's what happens. Like, that's not just that, like so many people I talk to is experiencing the same fucking thing from different people. It doesn't matter. It can be their family member, it can be their best friend, it can be their partner. Like, everybody's just been experiencing this, and it's so crazy. But yeah, we jump in the deep end and see what happens, right? That's what I'm saying. And like, if I'm too much, fucking paddle to the shallow end with those bitches. And when you grow up, when you're past your fucking kindergarten, you could sit at the big kid table, you could jump in the deep, you could swim without the floaties or whatever, right? Like, and they're just like, you can't sit with us. It's like, I didn't want to. Like, bro, like, actually, seats taken. Seats taken, bro. Like, sizzling. Like, I got all my ancestors, bro. I don't even, like, your clique is like, click clang, bro. Your clique is temporary. Mine is infinite. Fuck you. You can't shit with us. Seats bacon. Sizzling. New mantra, no new friends, and they can't sit at my table, and that's not my part. I don't touch it. Yeah, that's what I was saying before, is this lady Mona that I work for, like, when I was out on Catalina Island, she had like this little boutique, and she loved when I worked there. She loved to dress me up like a little doll and stuff. Like, it was fun. But she'd always say everything in life boils down to two things. Two things. Number one, my problem. Number two, not my fucking problem. She was like, literally, if you break every problem, everything that comes down, what if somebody calls you, somebody shit, my problem, not my problem. If it's not my problem, fuck you, fuck it, fuck that. You're fucking nothing. Like, and I was like, what? So, and I'm just like, when someone calls me like, it's like, is this my problem? Like, I can make it, and you can choose to make shit your problem that's not your problem, and then now it's your problem because you made it your problem. when it wasn't your fucking problem, and then you fucked yourself. You understand? Like, and I was like, damn, this is some fucking knowledge, right? Like, seriously? And the truth. Something has never been truer. And I look at this and I'm just like, someone's like, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, well, if somebody calls me and wants to schedule a session or needs help or wants to talk about it, that's great. But, like, it's not my problem, right? Now, like, if, for instance, children are starving or are getting raped or fucking trafficked or weird shit, then, like, that is our problem because we're all responsible for something that is collectively happening for the communal. Do you understand? So there's a certain level of where how we choose to address things, now it either does or doesn't become, right? So the reason why more things are happening, more expansive in the world that we don't like, is because we're choosing to turn a cheek or whatever instead of acknowledging, right? Instead of having that tough conversation or bringing that thing up or speaking about that thing that might make us uncomfortable or that might be like, whoa, actually, I love you, but I have a wife or a fucking boyfriend or whatever it is, you know, like, actually, you know, be live and direct about it, bro. But authenticity, right? Authentic cities are the cities of the future. And as you are just authentic in your being, like, I'm a being of light, like, I'm okay to be supercharged. I'm okay that if everything's a little bit chaotic outside, that I'm gonna go over here and meditate. I'm okay to not drink that because everybody else is drinking. I'm okay, like, even though I'm horny, to not just go out and fuck somebody because whatever. Like, do not, like, it's a choice. We're choosing how we are. This is our temple and our spaceship, right? So this meat suit, this meat sack, boom. How do you choose to treat it? How do you choose to represent it? I don't know, it just flew off, but again, another card in a thing. But that's what it's trying to be, like, loud about it, you know? It's not about necessarily no new friends. It's about, don't go seeking new friends or new friend groups. I want to be clear with people on this. Now, be protective of your space and your energy and whatever, but, like, be open, because as you're birthing a new version of yourself, you need to make space for these new people that are on a same frequency to actually enter. And if you're like, no new friends, I'm not entertaining anything, then we're actually, again, blocking our blessings. So remember, words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. Just be like, listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm open. My heart is open. I'm open to having conversations, to hanging out with people. I'm open to becoming friends, to dating, to, like, I'm open. I'm open to it. But I'm also going to be very in tune with my intuition. And, like, if someone invites me out and it feels really good, but then it's a no later, then, like, that's what it is, right? Like, this is something that I respect, and that if people are my friends, like, they also respect that. They respect that my boundaries and my peace and my calm is everything, right? Especially because my health and my neurological things, like, this is number one. So if people are going to be in states of causing you anxiety or working or whatever, if they're going to go against your basic state of wellness or centeredness, then step away, or it's okay, remove, and allow for those new people, right? Allow for the new people. Don't just say no new friends. Like, for me, I'm just like, but now I'm just like, wait a second. I feel like, I mean, I have some old friends, like, I've known Chancey for a lot of years, but I have, like, a small handful of friends that I know are my actual people. But now I understand, because I've had to cut off so many people, my family and different friends and different people. And because a lot of people, like, I brought my ex into all of my friends. So now I'm just like, okay, he's over there playing victim to all my friends and whatever. So now I'm just like, all right, well, I guess that does mean I'm going to have to make some new fucking friends. Now, doesn't it? Because he's going to hang out with them and hope I fucking come back and we just get to hang out or run into each other or something. I don't know. But So that's the thing, right? I'm open to receiving these new healthy, like, interactions that are reciprocal. And that's what we need to say, is not no new friends, is I'm open and ready to receive these reciprocal relationships and friendships and people in my life, right? Where there's no more people that aren't willing to say, you did this and I'm willing to give back, like maybe it's not always tit for tat, but as long as the person is acknowledging it and saying, I want to figure out how we can do this, then there's still motion there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the most important. Hard work first. Well, Tay, maybe, I don't know. Tay, are you a dude or a girl? I don't know. This doesn't really matter, but I just want to call you Tay Tay. More like they all drink ayahuasca through water unknowingly. Yeah, oh, yeah. And so here's the thing, right? Like we don't know. Like we don't know what they're putting in the water, like what type of things. That's why I had to stop drinking the water that I was getting too. I don't like to buy plastic and I have to buy these fucking imported big bottles of fucking plastic because I know that the water's clean because the mountain source water, like, and I'm like, I need to go up to fucking Agung and do a prayer and figure out what's going on for the Balian water to come back from the volcanic lava rock, because water is our actual source of life, and that's what this volcano is like kind of really famous for, is like the water source that it creates. So anyways, we have to understand that the memories and all of this stuff is in the water, right? That's why we pray. That's why you see so many ancient ancestors and all this stuff praying and singing to the water. And so, like, if you need to put an extra prayer out, like, you can make a bowl of water. Like, I've had Balinese people tell me, put the bowl of water here, put the bowl of salt there, in different areas of the room. Sing into it, bless it, put this, pray to it every day. When it's after 3 days, you have to do this. Like, you have to do only fresh flowers every day. Like, all these things. Like, I'm like, all right, dude, I did it. Like, seems to be working. I'm doing all right. So I'm gonna listen to people that have been doing things more anciently for longer than I know how. And like the water. This water is the same water that's been on this planet forever, right? So I pray into it. Normally I have like stuff written on this, but it comes off a lot. I had it in the freezer. You can't really see it much anymore. It came off. Sometimes it's numbers, sometimes it's heart, sometimes it's gratitude, sometimes it's strength, sometimes whatever. But you can also put the prayer into your water every time before you drink anything or you eat anything. That's why people pray over food. It's not to be like, thank you, Jesus. It's actually to change the molecular structure, because when things have water and when things are alive and you speak to them, I love you, I love you, I love you, then you drink it, your body is receiving that love that you just gave. Literally, because it has memory. Same with crystals, and that's where all of the information is being stored. So, do we like dirty, polluted, chemical, fucking toxic water? No. So if we're beings of light and we're batteries, right, then what do batteries need? Cells need the water to keep the charge. So your water being very clean, your source of water, and everything, right, that's programmed, how we speak to ourselves, because we're mostly water, right? We're like 2/3 water. So all of our different organs and stuff have different amounts of water. So how we speak to ourselves, and also how other people speak to us. And this is why it matters. And this is why I'd like scissor that, cut those people the fuck out. Because the people are always like, oh, well, you're always a little too much. You're extra. Like, you always like dress too much for everybody else. Great. You ain't my fucking group. Rinse. Do you know, like, why does that bother you? Because you don't ever get dressed up because you're lazy, or what? Fuck you. Right? Like, why should you expressing yourself if you're not hurting anybody else? Like, why should it really affect anybody else unless they're feeling inadequate? And that's where they didn't actually attend to their own shadow work, because their inadequacy, their ego is showing its rude little nose, rubbing it in someone's bunghole. And you deserve that respect. We all deserve that respect. And that's what I'm saying is, for me to say, no, you deserve that respect. I'm not going to let somebody talk to you or treat you in this type of manner. And that's where it's like, is it my problem? It is my fucking problem. It's not my problem directly, but it is, because when I honor how I choose, so when I realized that, okay, when I told this dude, you have to go, because you're not honoring feminine. You're not honoring God at you. You're not. Can't be in the same frequency. I noticed certain of my other friends, very good female friends in different places of the world, different fucking like 5 different countries, the same thing happened. It was like a ripple, I dropped a stone, and by stating my sovereignty, be like, no, like, yeah, I love you and I respect that and I appreciate whatever, but like, no, not today, Satan, not today. And it was like, it echoed in the fucking collective, because love, even self-love, right? Love is the strongest frequency. So when we're having love for ourselves, then the other people are like, oh my God, I want to be with them. What is all this love? Whether they're trying to succubus it from us or actually add to it is not our choice. This is our responsibility to become in the state of awareness of it. Does that make sense? So that's where we're at, because we're either choosing to entertain whatever is our passion, whatever, this woman, this man, this thing, this drug, this blah, 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 whatever is our escapism, right? Either we're doing that, or we're choosing to stand in our full passion. We're choosing, I'm going to heal. I'm going to find balance, because if I don't, these things are never going to go away, right? The energy stays stuck until you put it in motion. You have to transmute it. Or people like to give other people their shit. Mostly shitty people like to unload their shitty energy on empathic people, because we will take it from them. And that's where we want to get to collectively, is that all these lower frequency beings are not there. Because if we're living in a more higher vibrational, like collective conscious, like unity consciousness, then we're gonna not want, like, that's why it's like, you would understand, and this is where people are like, yeah, we're all the same, it doesn't matter, so don't judge anybody. Yes, but no, because those people are choosing bad decisions consistently, number one. Number two, the actual way to look at it is that if I did something, right, if I did something that hurt you, it would only be hurting me, because as I evolve and ascend, right, as my consciousness is rising, right, then my level of compassion and love is now here, which means I would be very aware of any action that I made, because I wouldn't want to hurt anybody else, because that's my level of awareness. So no, I wouldn't do that. You know, Max told me, you would have done the same. No, I fucking wouldn't. No, I wouldn't have, because I would have known that would have hurt you. I would have had an adult conversation, as we agreed. Our agreement in the beginning of the relationship was, if you find somebody and you feel that, before you make the next connection, which is dropping your fucking drawers and inserting, you had to have thought about it more than once, which means that's the time that you have the communication and say, I'm feeling this thing. You know? So no, I don't understand, because no, I wouldn't have done that, because I'm too fucking empathic to ever have done that. I did it once and I told my boyfriend I felt fucking terrible, and I never ever did it again. Never. The next time I met somebody that even gave me these feelings, I went to my ex-boyfriend and was like, I just want to let you know, like, I want to hang out with this person and I don't know where it's going to go, but they make me feel really good, and you don't really have the capacity to be around. So he was like, was he happy about it? No, he definitely wasn't happy about it, but also, like, he was in the military. He didn't have the capacity to be around, to be present for me. So it's about how we choose to represent ourselves. Are we standing in this level of light and integrity and love? Like, where do we understand where love isn't hiding and lying to people about things because we think it's going to protect their feelings? Love is saying, listen, I did this because this is what I needed, or this is how I was feeling, or this is what I was experiencing. And you shouldn't feel, you shouldn't be made to be feel bad. It's like how you choose. It's like when this person came back and was trying to be with me and trying to lie to me about it, and then I was like feeling it. It was so fucking gross and disgusting. I literally, we stopped being intimate. I was so fucking sick. I was shitting and puking. That's how fucking sick I was. And he thought it was from like a little half a glass of wine that I had, and I was like, no, it's the energy you're carrying from these entities that are fucking hopping on you because you're entertaining low-level shit and people, and then they're coming to attack me through you. So you're fucking gone. Classy block. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real. That's real shit. That's what went down, okay? That's what went down in the end of June. Now, people all thought it was some fucking crazy shit. Like, no. I had a fucking coming to experience. I took a trip that was life-changing, and that's sometimes what happens, especially when you're using things, medicines, especially a hallucinogen, as a medicine. That's how it fucking works. You're like, fuck, you see shit so fucking clear. You're like, whoa, I wasn't tripping out. I wasn't having a bad, no. He was having a bad trip because I fucking came to and realized I fucking saw shit real clear. I woke up. My third eye just opened. I was like, wait a fucking second. We came to this festival after almost a year later. I spent almost 45, 50 hours working on this dress for my birthday, which my birthday is Halloween, and this is my thing. I love to I like people just have to play dress up with me for my birthday. It's my fucking thing. And I work on this really secret, special costume, and I only like go out, and I don't tell anybody because I like to surprise, because people don't know. I can go up and say hello to so many people, but they never know it's me. And they're like, what the fuck? But like, it's this, I like to do it. I like to sometimes get into character. And so this is my thing. And so this was, I had spent all day, I had missed some of my favorite acts, and I was like, what's most important is that I feel good. And I wasn't feeling fucking good because I was so skinny, because I was so stressed out, and I wasn't feeling good. But my guides were like, put on the green dress. And I was like, why would I wear this elaborate dress that I made for my birthday, like to a drum and bass festival? It's like, because it's going to make you feel good, because people are going to see it, and they're going to, because you're not having anybody appreciate you or your art or your essence. So do it. Wear the most elaborate thing and fucking go there and receive that love that this person clearly is not fucking providing for you. Right? And so I did, and we had this trip, and we went to this place, Neanu, and it's like this whole creative city. It's like all this Burning Man, sustainable, creative art city. And like my vision is a reality, Chansey. Actually, the whole, like, I can't wait till you come out here to show you. You'll be like, what the fuck? Like, it's so cool. Anyways, so they built this thing that I was manifesting. That's why your thoughts are powerful. And when we're focusing towards creation and not people or things, we can actually fucking create way bigger, better things when we have the intention to create for others, right? Not selfishly, not egoically, but like, and that's something that I talk about when people come on here and they're like, you don't love Jesus and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I'm more Christ-like than any of you Jesus people, because I just do shit for other people, not even for myself. I'm out here doing it for you, for my people, for my people. So Commonwealth Crown countries made as negotiable instrument from a deceased estate or dead entity at birth on a piece of paper called a birth certificate, as we know. Yes. And the reason why it's called a birth certificate is as a ship comes into the harbor, fucking ADHD side quest, you're here for it, I love you guys. So as a ship goes into a harbor, it's being birthed. So actually when a ship comes in, it's being birthed, not out. First of all, number one, that's when a shipment comes in. When the shipment comes in, there is a birthing certificate. What is that birthing certificate? The birthing certificate is paperwork. Hold on. Come on. The birthing certificate is a list of the products or goods that are being delivered. That's what the birthing certificate is. So when your government births your ass and your parents sign on your birth certificate, blah, 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 with a social security, and they put all your letters in cap locks, that is your name as a fucking corporation. That is not you as a personal, physical human being entity. And you can use this in court. I did many times by being a captain, because I'm like, I don't know who wrote that. I'm here representing myself as a physical entity. This is somebody using my name as a corporation that I didn't agree to. Ding, 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 ding. Above the law of the land, bitches. So anyways, I'm telling you, I know some shit. You testing me? I know. Okay, Tay. Americans call straw man's account, not sure of the name and the one that they make. The U.S. use birth certificate to get car license, etc. to go together. It's the birth certificate, it's a birthing certificate, but then the social security card. So if you're American or from different places, when your name is in all caps locks, that means that is the corporation or the company. They are using your name, they have sold, and they have actually made a whole account. You have like $200,000 plus fucking dollars, probably more now, that is actually yours from your company. Actually, you know what's really funny is I did find the paperwork. I packed it in my suitcase. I found the paperwork that I had on my boat. But my homegirl, Chancey, when we were going through my stuff in America, and I found this shit in the boat, and I brought that shit. You know I fucking filed that shit right back up. Because that's all the paperwork on how to do it, how to declare the But once you do that, there's a lot of things that you have to have in order before you do that. You should have passports, licensing, all of this stuff before you actually do that, because then you're declaring a little bit of sovereignty. For me, I didn't do it yet because I believe, obviously, even though I live out of country as like expat, right? It doesn't mean that I'm an expatriate from my fucking slow friends out there. So all it means is I'm currently holding also the ability to be here. Same like when people get visas to come into America or green cards or blah, 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 like this. So I can hold, for instance, I can still be an American citizen, but I can also gain Indonesian, now that I've been here over 5 years, I can also gain my Indonesian citizenship as well, which says this is where I live. Even though I am an American citizen, I live here and reside here and operate business here also, which allows me to be able to do that as well. So you see, so it's good to figure out how you can have kind of like a multitude of those before you try to do this cash in, because when you cash in and you do that, you're literally like fucking closing out of your all governmental contractualizations. Does that make sense? So you become like, you better be ready to be fucking cave dwelling or whatever, like, and that's what I'm saying, like, have some shit set up, have some minerals, have some golds, like, have some accounts, like, have some cards, whatever, so you can actually still get around. Like, that's real shit. But like, that's the funny thing, is like a driving license, which actually, congratulations, homegirl, for getting your driver's license back, but like, it's actually not even legally fucking required by law in California. Like, if you're moving a vessel from point A to point B, you're not, there's so much in the words or spells, there's so much manipulation in the English language and in the old English language, it is fucking crazy. And when you start studying, like my Tay over here, when you start studying federal admiralty and maritime law, which is what those fools did when I was out on that boat by myself, like, I'm all right, you want to ticket me? I'm gonna fucking learn about this shit and fucking come right back at you. Snap back, clap back, like that ass tap. Let's go. It's okay. It's okay, babe. It's okay. You know, you, what, it doesn't matter. Like, it was all part of it, right? It was all part of it because what it did is it forcefully fucking threw me into being here every day doing my cards because I'm like, my guides, I'm calling on the ancients and the ancestors. I know I've been talking to dead people my whole life. And I see and hear things that people don't know about, but I know when I'm going crazy and I know when I ain't going crazy. And what they didn't expect, what they were actually making me sick on was antibiotics. Because if you guys remember, after my accident, I was fucking like skin and bones because I'm allergic to the fucking antibiotics. I'm allergic to the chemicals. Like, I got fucking red all over here. Like, I'm allergic. Like, my body is so sensitive. Like, things have to be very clean. Like, that's why this palette is pigments. It's fucking mineral pigments. Like I can't do, like, I try to wear the other fucking mascara or whatever, the burgundy one or whatever, and this shit was like burning in my eyes. It was fucking like all this shit. Like, I'm so sensitive. Like, it has to be quality. And as I am getting more in tune to my to the frequency of things, like, I can go to a store or whatever and I can sense, like, if there's too much, like, poison or pesticide. Like, I can literally feel like if something is fucking clean or how much is going through it now. Like, my level of discernment now is like through the roof. So all of that had to happen because it was like my push, right? So, like, even our devils, even our assholes are still our epic golden or indigo angels. You know what I'm saying? Like, that it was in our soul contract. Like, you soul contract for that. A little too much for you. You soul contract for that because you didn't take the thing. You stuttered along the way, little buddy. And so now they're like, today, Junior, you're gonna do it now. And now it's gonna come at you super intense. And that's what happens, right? That's what happens. But what also happens, and I want you guys to understand, when you are high level empathic, when you are light warrior, when you're these high level beings, right? What happens is these entities want to disrupt you from your mission. And they will keep trying to infiltrate, okay? It's just a thing. It's a thing. They are being eradicated. They are being cleansed out, but that doesn't, like, I'm fucking protected, but did that make me immune to it? No. I had to be like, cut. Like, I have it to do. Boom. Like, tune into your intuition and know, like, but they are out here like that. Off track, Captain. Like, from the Bessel gangs, way back to the docklet. Yes. From now on, your light expands around me. They cannot get close because they'll burn up from my heat. This is what's going on, okay, you guys? So, like, literally, I swear to God, like, I was getting this feeling the other day, and I was like, you know, I go out here because I hear these bikes and people, and I'm like, I'm at the end of the street, and I feel like this weird thing, and I'm like, this person kind of like stopped over here, and I was like, that's weird, right? That's why I have this, because I'm like, huh? Nah. Like, I'm like, nah, they're like, something's off, right? This is my, I don't think so. I don't think so, pussy mark. It looks like a laugh at yourself, bitches. Laugh at yourself, okay? Love yourself and laugh at yourself. Every part of yourself. The shadows, the dark, the fucking face pussies, whatever. Anyways, the point is I went out and I was like, who is this person? And I just like went and I looked. I literally was like, do I know them? Because that's the look. I'm like, do I know you or do I not? And like, I tune in, I put my hand on my heart and I'm like, do I know you or do I not? And it was like, nope. And I'm like, and I just gave this look. Like, I literally like just gave this look of like, do I know you? Like, is this somebody at like, who are you? Like, and this person, I think that they made an owner. They went fucking running, scared. Like, literally, the bike almost fucking hit the wall, the same as my ex-friend. The bike almost hit the fucking gate, and they ran. They like drove away all hella fast. Like, like they had seen a fucking ghost. So when you're spiritually protected, you don't know how your ancestors, how your angels, how your spirit guides, your aliens, whatever, whoever's back there with you, you don't know how they're showing up to other people. And what you do know is that if they were trying to put any attack, or if they're trying to take your like, people were putting this, like spells, like abundance spells, like draining life force through sexual energy. And that's what I was telling my homegirl before. Be loving, but don't exchange the sexual energy. Like, I know you really want it because it's good, but like, you have to do it, because this person is still, and like all of these other things, because they're still trying to come into you. And how that comes out of us is like fucking psychosis, because that's what's happening, because our body is like, and their frequency can't match with our frequency, and so it turns into an emotional, a fucking mental breakdown, or a fucking psychosis, to it, a dysregulation on many levels. Dysregulation on many levels. So even if people prepare you food or whatever, I'm not saying be skeptical of everything, but just pray on it, clean it, whatever, like send it some love, so all of the little molecules, oh look, we came back around. Fucking look at new brain, getting better all the time. Yeah, so so you can speak in good spells and good molecular energy. And keep giving it to yourself. We don't care if they burn though. We don't put out bad spells. Just say, I'm protected. Anything evil is deflected. It's fun. Like when you start getting into like, well, you're gonna be like kitchen witchy or whatever, but like, you can create little bitty spells like that for yourself. You know, like, I'm always protected because negative energy is deflected. And so it is. Create a little mantra for yourself. Like, guys, write that down. That's a great mantra. I'm always protected because bad energy is always deflected by my guides, by my ancestors, by my light. My light is so bright, it burned their eyes. Be careful that you say that. I saw somebody, I tell you, see, my twin was like, I'm like, did I burn his eyes out because he chose not to see the truth? No, I don't, like, that's divine intervention. That's like not me. I wouldn't put a bad or harmful or hurtful spell out, because I'm aware that magic will fucking come back. So I don't ever put any bad spells out. And that's why I tell people that come on here all the time, I'm not going to do love spells. You can call in your love. You can work with love mantras. I don't do black magic. I don't do love spells for people. I don't do weird stuff like that. I don't, like, my Instagram accounts are linked in my information below. I don't reach out to people. The only people that I message are my friends that message me. And they know that it's me messaging them because I berate them with fucking hilarious or intense memes, okay? That's what I do, because I'm just like, I know we can't talk right now, but later on, when you got time, or when you're like annoyed and you need something to fucking death scroll, you're not death scrolling dumb shit, you're death scrolling shit that your friends like, and you're like, oh yeah, damn, that hit. And it's like, okay, same fam? Okay, good. I'm glad. Like, I'm not out here alone on that shit. Okay, you said same? Okay, same. So, and sometimes people just need a fucking laugh, right? Like, I said some funny shit. Like, I said some funny shit. But, like, that's real. Like, I'm not, like, I can't even, my tablet, like, for instance, by the way, everybody who's been donating and subscribing and doing all that, I love you guys. If you have or you haven't, I have zero idea or clue. I'm not being rude. I appreciate and love everybody who is doing everything. I cannot see from these devices. I cannot access the campaign or anything until I can get my tablet fixed, okay? My Facebook, that campaign, all of that stuff, like all of my writings, everything was on the tablet that got cracked, okay? I'm gonna show you. So these people are out here, like, just so you know, just so you guys know, I'm like getting blocked from my banks, from my emails, from calls, from all of this stuff. So, and this is something that's going on, right? Because there's a lot of people and energies that are out here trying to block this divine union. And whether it's with a physical person or with you coming into this for yourself, because when you come into the completeness of yourself, then if your goal or your mission or your purpose here, if the gods willed it, like, I can't make this shit up, you guys. If they're like, yes, this is your mission and your purpose to come into this divine union, then you'll fucking know that that's for you, and you won't have to make it your story, you guys. Like, you hear do you hear my ancient backup? I just want to show you guys this. So anyways, I can't access anything. Did you see what the gods just did to us, man? The gods didn't do that, man. You an agent, man. So just kind of like a little bit like, so anyways, I can't access all of these things. So if you guys are donating and contributing, I fucking love you 1,000. If you're sharing my campaign also to your platforms, that's even more amazing, and I appreciate it. That's why I share, right? I give always, because I know that it will fucking circle back. That's not why I give, but I could give everything that I had, because I know, like, I've lost so many things, like houses, vehicles, performing arts centers, partners, like my life, my everything. It doesn't matter, right? We don't really, first of all, most things are temporary. Secondly, we don't really own anything, right? Like, the more we can become less attached to things or the outcome of things, the better. But just so everybody knows, I'm not being an asshole. I can't access any of that stuff. I'm on an old iPhone 8. So I will check it when I'm able to get to there. But yeah, most of my messages, if people are messaging me on iPhone or anything like this, like, I just noticed when I went on my laptop this morning that, like, my aunt and a bunch of different people, but like they blocked that, so I can't even see the names or the fucking whatever. Like, I just know her number, so I know that she's been sending me text messages. I'm not getting them, you guys. I can't receive them. So I'm on so many levels. So if you are in communication with me, consider yourself very special, because they all have been jumping in and blocking a lot of communication. So yes, Telegram, you guys, is how you have to actually physically call me. Don't feel bad. Some need to be tapped out. Yeah, some need to be tapped out. Your belongings are having a fucking powerful cleansing effect on me, on all of us, and all your situationships. Yeah, gotta love and honor. Yeah, and that's the reality, and that's what happened. It's like, my other friends was like, what the fuck? Like, they weren't even having a relationship, and then she's just like, I don't even know. We're just like going different ways now. And I was like, I feel like it's a collective energetic shift, because if I'm here and all of these ancient female deities and goddesses are fucking, their energy is channeling through me to be like, deliver the goddess, bring, like, you can finally speak without getting burned at the stake, fucking tell them everything. You know, like, this is the energy that I wake up with every day, you guys. It's like, tell them this, and they did that, and they did that. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, no, like, all these men need to worship. They have been defiling, degrading, and discrediting feminine energy for fucking billions of years. Like, speak up, sister. Preach it, you know? Like, this is the energy. They're just like, like, I'm like, whoa, guys, calm down, bro. Like, like, they're making me like, I got a pack of fucking cigarettes the other day. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna give the ancestors the fucking cigarettes, right? Because it's like, I'm like, bro, calm down. Like, don't stress me out, guys. I'm out here I'm trying to give them messages. Calm down. That's why people are like, you're freaking out. I'm like, bro, it's not. If you guys understand anything about how mediumship or channeling works, I am just a conduit. So they like to come through me because they can express more. They're not like in this seated, because I'm not like in this super, because my state of meditation is more flow. It's not like Shiva meditation. It's more like creative. It's feminine meditation, right? Flow, form, movement, singing, whatever. And so they like to come through in all these different ways. It's really funny. So anyways, just so you guys know, if I don't respond to you, sometimes maybe I'm not actually receiving the message also. Chancey, I know I saw that you sent me messages. I gotta get to those, by the way. Sorry for being a bad friend. I'm being berated with divine goddess energy. I'm sure you understand. My pirate magic. That's right. So captain means headmasterly. I mean, to be honest, yes. Like captain. You know why do you think they call it team captain? It's not team bitch. It's team in charge. Because you're the one in charge. So from a ward in hospital to a province or an address lot number to a school of headmasterly, masterly, something like this. Maritime legal. Beesies. I like this. Bro. Who? Okay, I know TLC. I know TLC said don't go chasing waterfalls. I know TLC said that, okay? Big love, TLC. Okay, big love. You guys are out there killing it. Come back, doing good. But for that shit, bro, I'm out here chasing waterfalls. Now, when they say don't go chasing waterfalls, like, don't go chasing things that are going to make you actually cry. And this is where words, okay, this is why they say, we believe the Bible to be the word of God as far as it is translated correctly. Now, right here, one letter, right? There, or there. Same fucking word, but 4 different spellings mean 4 completely different things in the English language. So, who's to say that a lot of this stuff wasn't mistranslated? Like, for instance, you're like, don't go chasing waterfalls, right? Never know what's underneath. People don't like falling flat on their face. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Milli Vanilli, yeah. Milli Vanilli is the one who sang it originally? Okay. Ground spring water, find it, pump it. Oh, you're still going on about this shit, about where to find the right water. See, that's where I'm at. My fucking side quest masters out here. Or you were typing to what I was talking about before. I'm just fucking slow, catching up. Slow brain, new brain. I don't like to call it slow. I call it new brain because this is instead of being like, I have traumatic brain injury. It's like, I just call this new brain. My bad. New brain ain't as fast as old one, but it's catching up. Learning. It's getting it. It's learning quick. It's figuring out where all that lost memory and things that happened from getting smashed in the face with the truck. It's figuring it out. It's getting there. It's a little bit more like today, Junior. That's how I feel mentally, but I can formulate a lot better words. Chancey knows I was hella like Dory fish. Like I couldn't remember. I couldn't even know who I was talking to, what I was talking about, what I was doing, where I was at. Like it was like having. I could only imagine. Like I was like, damn, this is how old people feel. That's why I was like, all right, I need to figure out how to help people heal from more stuff real quick. Yeah, rainwater. I was like the other day. I was like, I should be collecting rainwater. It rains so much, and I was like, no, because they be putting stuff in the cloud and I'm like, what? They've been doing this to us. How are they out there doing that? Rude ass motherfuckers. Don't get bottled shop water or tap water. I don't. If I could ground drill, like that would be great. But like I was getting my water bottles filled from Balian, which Balian is like this whole thing about it's coming from the lava from the fucking volcano. Right? So it's like super filtered and filled with minerals. This other one, this aqua, like they're poisoning that water. I can literally feel it and see it. My skin is fucking sensitive to it. Like I couldn't drink it. So like now I have to. I don't want to buy the plastic bottles of water, but I have to because water is the most important thing. Right? So now I use this other bottle, which I don't really like, but it's called Le Mineral. So, but it's mineral water because the other waters out here is like Clio, which is like 0 minerals in the water. And someone's like, well, that's good. That water's clean. And I was like, I mean, it's clean, but there's no mineral. Like, what? So all of these, what the fuck? I don't know. But anyways, doesn't matter. In the end of the day, what matters is that we understand that it's the source of life. And yes, if we can drill or get a better water source, like that's number one. That's number one. Like, that's why when I was out on the water, like when you're a sailor, especially when you're a transient sailor and you go into any harbors, like they you get water. You get what's it called? Not filtered, but it's like a specific type of water. I don't like to I don't like to stress new brain out. But anyways, there's different types of water, and it's the type of water that you put in cars and engines and boats and all this stuff. Um, not it's not filtered, but whatever. Anyways, so yeah, so in every harbor that you go into, you can get the fucking water. I'm like, huh? They be giving better clean water here. Better clean water there. Uh-huh. Well, I had that shit figured out. Like 10, 15 years ago, and everybody's like, you fucking crazy. Now everybody's like, damn, we should have fucking listened to Zoe when she had all those fucking boats. She was on to something when we were just calling her crazy, but isn't that how it is? Like Tesla, Einstein, all of the people, it's just because they're ahead of their time. So, but yeah, I do my best. That's why I don't like to buy the plastic bottles. Natural lore, true law, we attract one part. The few that do. You mean drop on the beach and beach with fish and chips? G.I. Joe killing machine killed your vibe. Killed a vibe that could have been happening. What? I feel like I didn't catch all of this. I feel like you're talking about, because I was talking about dating a Marine or something like this. He could have been. Could have been why he was always leaving and was never able to really inform me. This is before cell phones were a thing, you guys. This is before cell phones were a thing. Before cell phones were a thing. But yeah, he was like always going out all the time doing like these crazy fucking missions for like who knows how, like he wasn't allowed to say where he was going, when he was going, when he was coming back, and I'm just like, I don't like all that. Was too much for me. It was a little bit intense for me because I can feel all of the off, like all of the fact that he had to hide all the shit from me. Does that make sense? Like classified shit or whatever, like that was like, it was too much for me. But what are you saying? He didn't kill my vibe, actually. Like, actually, he was super fun. Actually, I met him at this fucking rave, at this fucking rave festival, and out at the Orange Show in San Bernardino, I think. And because I would always go over to the drum and bass or the jungle stage. I met him in the jungle stage, which was like this crazy little fucking room with fucking, who was over there? Like DJ Camps was like emceeing, from all my old school people out there. DJ Camps was emceeing. He always used to be like, just like in the crowd, like coming over to fucking like chief on the fucking joint and be like, boom, 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 like come over smoking and shit. And like, that's how I met him. I was like, what the fuck? Like I saw he had this like, the clothes that he was wearing, I could tell someone sewed them, and I was like, that's fucking dope. I was like, who made that for you? He's like, I made it myself. And I was like, what? We were actually very, very similar. We were really intense fucking trippers. But we are very, very, very similar. But like his other, whatever. Again, I came from like being in the military. I grew up on that base. Like, so it wasn't weird for me to drive down to the bay. Like, it wasn't weird. But like I said, because I'm so sensitive, the stress of people hiding shit from me is not nice. It's not nice. It's like, it's a bit intense for me. Like, it would be less intense if someone just was like, hey. It would literally be less intense, unless they're trying to fucking like kill me or scare me, I guess. But it would be less intense if someone actually just like showed up, like, and knocked on my door or fucking called me or whatever. Like, that would be less intense than like knowing people are like planning things or watching me or doing whatever they're doing. Like, that's intense. It's like it makes me have like like the type of migraines that it makes me have, you guys, like for all these people, for all my stalker watchers, not on my channel, obviously I'm recording myself on the channel, but the other people trying to record and stalk and watch and observe and fucking follow and all this shit, like it gives me this migraine that runs like here, like from here all the way across and comes into like to almost like it feels like stakes being stabbed in my ears. So that's why. And like, first of all, shout out to all of the fucking military people, right? Like, for real, like they're out there fighting wars for people that who even knows that maybe they're like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Maybe some of them are having like this fucking epiphany or awakening, right? You got to understand, like, when my grandfather went into the military, it's because he came from a poor fucking family of like 15 children. That was their way out. That was their way out. So when my cousin, right, when all this shit happened and my grandfather died and all that fucking shit happened and my mom evicted us from our fucking grandfather's house that he left us, when all of that happened, my cousin joined the military because he's like, I don't have anywhere to go. We can't get, like, we were fucked. For me, I was like, all right, whatever, like, I'll be a fucking hippie, gypsy, whatever, like, I'll go fucking run festivals and fucking live places part-time and move around. And I did that. But that's exhausting after a while, you know what I'm saying? But the reality of the situation is, he did that not because it's like he didn't want to do that. That's what they wanted him to do the whole fucking time. They wanted him to join on and be part of be the man and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure, like he was there obviously taking care of my grandfather. It's not what he wanted to do. It's like he did it like after my grandfather died because one, he didn't have an out, and two, he was feeling like the connectivity to my grandfather. But he also was, he was gay, right? And so he couldn't really like express that or tell anybody. Like he told me so many years, right? So many years before all the rest of the family because of the persecution. So this is like, you know, like I connected him with different people that I knew, like different gay people and trans people. I connected him with these different people to talk to him, to be his friend or whatever, to let him know, like, if this is what you feel within the depths of your soul, if that's what you feel, or that's where you're feeling love or comfort or safety, or something is making more sense to you, like you can express yourself, then like I back you up, like I don't fucking judge you, you know? But it took him a while to be able to get to the spot to be able to do it. And so for me, my biggest thing with understanding the PTSD from the people that tried to bury me in the side of the mountain fucking 12, 13 years ago to my cousin, right? Like all of that happened, like none of that shit would have happened had we had our home. My cousin went to Afghanistan for like a couple tours and he came back super fucked up. So for all the people that are out there, all the military people, especially my grandfather, who I channel quite frequently, you guys, they need, like, PTSD is not a fucking joke. And like, that's what I have literally devoted my life to understanding, like personality disorders and how to heal trauma and PTSD. So I can help people to do that without being fucking medicated like a zombie to where they're fucking themselves up more, where they're not existent, because that's not fucking fair. Because a lot of these people thought that they were going out to fucking fight for their country when they're fighting fucking drug wars or whatever else, right? When they're murdering, and like now that's something that they have to fucking process. Was it something they chose? Well, maybe initially, but maybe they chose it for the fucking guaranteed paycheck. Maybe they chose it because they knocked their wife up and if they got married and whatever, you know, like, you know how many people did that? Because the military is one of the only places that ever provided that for your family and blah, 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 blah. So, do I have a lot of respect? And do I say, okay, if these people have PTSD, and that's what I was saying, I was doing another reading before that was talking about, like, you may have an old family member or an ex or somebody that comes back and wants to work with you. to do some type of healing work, or to do, like, wants to be able to pay you to support or do something. Do you know, like, this is a thing. So we don't know how things are really showing up, but what we do know is everything that we've experienced in our life has been preparing us for our soul's purpose or mission here. So, you know, is mine to be a fucking Lord of War? I don't really think so, but you know, I got a lot of Scorpio, so I got a lot of Mars in my chart, bro. And actually, I posted something yesterday on my Instagram, excuse me, which is, yes, it's a little bit disgusting, which was the only Greek god that didn't ever, like, rape, molest, brutalize, that held respect for the feminine, was actually Eris. Eris, not Aries, Eris, the god of war. So that just goes to show that even the most gnarly people that have seen the most gnarly shit can sometimes, because of that, be the most compassionate. Like, the reason why I'm so empathetic is because I had to be hyper vigilant. I mean, obviously, I'm a kind and loving person. My grandmother raised me like, obviously, it's in my chart. But it wasn't by choice initially. It was by fucking survival. So where is our compassion and our empathy towards that? And the understanding of that, and the understanding of the trauma and the things. And I want to give a good shout out to all my men out there, all the dudes. Like, dudes, okay, yes, I'm not saying that dudes can't cry or whatever. I'm not saying that dudes don't need to process their emotional states. I 100% think that they do. Actually, I've been saying this for years, that I feel like the way that I can help the world is by helping the boys to men, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is helping these people to instruct or to heal, to how to be more available or emotionally intelligent, or how to properly deal with women, right? Like, how to acknowledge, because a lot of people weren't taught, like, even most women, we weren't taught how to understand how our menstrual cycle is working, how it comes, what's happening before that, all the different phases. Like, okay, right? Like, if I would have known when I was a teenager that when luteal phase is coming, I just need to fucking, like, have lots of munchies and people not in my vicinity that are gonna fucking aggravate me, like, just calm down, just take a little, just chill out, like, I probably wouldn't have freaked out as much, right? Like, if men understood, oh, okay, wait. If they weren't fucking being like, oh, she's on her fucking rag, must be your time of the month. Like, that's disrespecting. That's disrespecting the goddess. Like, you are here, birthed on this earth, because you popped out of a fucking stomach or a vagina. You came from a pussy, either way. But I feel that males really need, that these men really need the availability to actually have to work through, to be able to express their traumas, because this is what happens, is it gets passed down and passed down and passed down and passed down and becomes the norm. Okay, so you guys can talk all the shit you want, and people are like, oh, well, you're over there. It's like, yeah, can you imagine that this fucking the person with psychopathy, the psycho killer was the softest, most gentling, loving, nurturing, fatherly experience I experienced in my 40 plus years on this planet. Let me explain that to you. Judge what you want. But safety comes in a form of love and protection. Now, I didn't feel super protected around the last one, but I did feel so much love. Like, I was never fucking hugged and kissed as a child once my grandmother really left. And it's not because my grandfather didn't love us. It's because he was fighting 5 fucking wars. He was just a little bit however he was, you know? The other people that I had were fucking abusive. My brother used to fucking, like, he didn't like the way I was chewing, he would fucking punch me in the face. Like, psycho shit. So, what I think is, you know, we have to understand, right, that there's different levels of, as we're healing, different things that we need, different things that we look for in a partner. And something that I can very honestly tell women is, once you stop taking medication, especially birth controls and other things that are stopping you from being in your natural rhythmic flow or cycle, so men can fucking use you as a cum dumpster, like, number one, that's why women are fucking psychotic, because you're dysregulating the most organic fucking substance on the planet. The gods backing me up on this one? Because you're defiling and disrespecting and using it as a... Yeah. So women, you will notice that once you get off of the birth control and once your body actually starts to regulate, you will notice, for instance, when I was like finally like fucking blocked the last one, right? I thought I was like, I'm having so much stress, I'm not having my period, all this other shit. Like, no, my period actually went to a more normal time. It was the first time it ever was in 28 days in my life, maybe, that I remember. So as you start to get away from the toxic friends and family and feminine and masculinity, as you start to choose as a sovereign being of light, hue man, hue light, a hue of light, man, a physical being. You are a being of light. That's why you see in movies when they have the fucking fireworks and all this shit, because when the sperm hits the fucking egg, that's exactly what happens, is it creates this fucking flash, like lightning flash fireworks show. Because you're a being of light that's now like, bing, I'm coming into this physical form. And it just started raining. You hear it? So you guys, like, I can't literally, like, it's so intense, right? And so here's the thing, right? I was sharing this in another video before when I was like, when you start to just say, okay, even though I love this person, I'm ready for the another dimension or timeline. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched, what's that show? What's that show? Where they're like traveling through space. The Kid and the Grandpa, what the fuck is it called, you guys? I feel so dumb right now. What is it called? You know what I'm talking about. Jerry is the, why am I going, I'm coming up with every other name than what I need to. What is the name of this fucking show? Anyways, there's a show, right, where it's the old man, he's like the scientist, right, like the grandpa, and then there's like the grandson or whatever, right? And he's just like hopping him to all these different worlds and different dimensions. And he's like, but we can't kill them. Like, they're our family. We can't kill them. And he's like, they're not a good version in this dimension. It's okay. Boom. We'll find a better version in the next, like, multiverse, right? And this is basically what's happening. All these timelines have been collapsing and crashing. And so what's happening is we're now stuck in this fucking time loop where we're waiting, because they were like, what they showed me is basically like, they were like ready to end everything. And I was like, please no, like, there's love on this planet. I'll show you people are beautiful and funny and whatever, right? Reality TV show for fucking the galactics. But they obviously are subscribed. Okay, guys, they're into it. They're giving us a little bit longer. They stopped the time loop. They're getting these entities out, but all the timelines and things like this are basically colliding and collapsing, right? And so that's what's happening, is they're trying to find, because they're they're going to be eradicated from the planet. So they're still trying to come to the next level because they can infiltrate. And how can they better infiltrate than getting on a super high warrior being of light? Rick and Morty's fucking Rick and Morty. Okay, if you guys haven't watched this show, okay, people are like, this is just a tripper ass ketamine show. Like, for sure it is, but there is so much validity within that show. Even when he goes to the planet, when his ex-girlfriend is like the whole planet, he's like, I'm one collective consciousness. So much validity to that show. Go check it out, okay? Like, you guys need to check it out. They can express so much more in music and in cartoons and in art, right? Because we don't have the same block, right? Like, that's why South Park and all these other things, that's why The Simpsons can get away. Like, we laugh when you're in America because you're like, oh, that's an American family. Like, you watch that with any other country in the world, they're like, they laugh because they think that it's like a fucking horror. Like, they can't, I'm like, but that's really how, they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, no, but that's actually how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like the Meg in my family, or like the Lisa Simpson. I was like between a Lisa Simpson and a Meg. Wasn't nice. So, we don't know what's going on half the time. It's not our job to know what's going on half the time. Like, stay focused and present on your own energy and move through it. That's the best thing you can do. As stock or cattle, how we put a claim in court, a shadow letter. You know what's interesting is traded goods off of, I wonder how much I would fetch for 5 cows, 3 goats, barrel rum, maybe. This is hilarious. Citizenship, hardship, partnership. I always thought it would be funny to name a boat, like, to have a boat for all your friends and to name it the friendship, right? Or the partnership, whatever. And when you name boats, if you know when you name boats, like, if you gotta have some kind of fun, kitschy shit, and you know, like, it's a thing. It's a cruiser spirit, bro. Cruiser spirit. That's a motorbike license. I had lots of different licenses. Mostly a license to kill. No, just kidding. Or am I? We don't know. We don't know. What level of psycho tarot pie are you at today, my bitches? Study all of that, know all of it, need to get on it. Yeah, I mean, just keep tapping yourself back into it, right? We become travelers traveling. Mr. Officer, no driving. That's right. That's what, exactly, right? Sounds like we passed through the floodgates, girl. They won't know. Yeah. Calm waters, as they say, before a judge. Did you know, actually, in the court of law, and this is why I keep my front gate locked. I keep my front gate locked because I know this is like my ship. And the reason why they have you walk through those gates, hold on, I gotta get the headphones to go because my phone is gonna die. And it's raining so hard. We opened the floodgates indeed, Tank. Straight opened it. Oh wait, hold on. One more. I have to close one of my sewing room. Give me 1 second. Oh my God, you guys, this is like crazy. So in summer here, guys, in summer here, we actually go into what's called wet season. And wet season, so it's really interesting here because generally, like right now, I should actually take you guys out here right now before I'll take it, wait, hold on, let me put on I gotta plug in the phone, hold I'm like, because I feel like we're on to something, and I'm just chilling here. Obviously, I ain't going somewhere now, that's for sure, because it's raining. These fools should have hit me up a long time ago. Oh, maybe they did. This is where I'm at, right? I'm over here, like, still just looking at my homies. So anyways, I make men's clothes for all my people that were checking that shit out before. I did do the photo shoots. I did do the stuff, okay, guys? I did it. This is what I'm wearing here today, okay? I'm a homie. He's the one that makes my jewelry. And he was like, everything you make is so fucking fire. Like, he's like, everything I put on is even more comfortable than the last one. And I'm like, that's right. That's right. Um, what am I trying to do? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to plug this in. Sorry, guys. I was trying to see if I could get my other phone, but it won't let me. I have to stay on this one. Hold on. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Gotta get you plugged in. Gotta get you turned on. I love it. You know what it reminds me of? Like, if you guys are from California, what it reminds me of is the fucking, in the tiki 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 room, in the tiki 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 room. All the birds sing words and the flowers bloom in the tiki 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 room. Hold on, I gotta plug this in so you guys are gonna not have. Okay, guys, hold on. What I'm gonna do. Let me see if this. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me. I'm so confused. I'm trying to see if I can hear it because if you can't, because this phone won't fucking connect. I'm trying to see if I can hear it. It's in and out, in and out, in and out. So is this not working too? Well, that's fucking dumb. That's stupid. That's stupid. Okay. I'm gonna read the rest of these. I'm gonna read the rest of these right here. So these. I'm gonna read the rest of these. Okay. Hold on. Let me read the rest of these. I just want to read it because you guys are funny. So before I go off, I'm gonna come on onto this device, okay? But I want to read these because they go away. You guys are funny. So before hold on. Da 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 da. Easy fix. Okay, correct. There it goes. Better help us go deeper. Booklet, same. Better help us go deeper. Booklet. You need a bite. Hey man, I know. Commercial airline spraying. Look for gray clay and rivers. Spring shouldn't be too far to access. Yes, you look at. That's why they blocking us because you're giving the knowledge. That's why I'm like, I want to read this because other people need to hear it. Okay. Gray clay in the river springs. That's why I'm like, I want to read this. Gray clay in the river. I don't know why it's doing this. Green river weed. Learn it. Okay. Align thyself. Okay. Seven Brothers 3A. They can't come with Seven Brothers 3B. You're right. You're absolutely right. They cannot come with us unless they decide to change. They have to change this heart space. Unless they decide to change. Yeah, and so that's why it's important that we honor and we worship our women, so that way they can create out of love instead of out of burden or stress or hatred. They can create stress or hate. You know, women can create out of love, and that is the ideal thing, right? Because we expand, we add, right? Women plus 100. Women will times whatever you have. Plus, we expand it. Women will times whatever. Good night. You want love babies, alignment. Yeah. Yeah. Good night. All praise to the warrior empress. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Give me a hug. Yes. Missing the starting point as there is a starting point. Yeah. You have too much stress. Yeah, that's why I try not to have so much stress, bro. Strawmans, why? Because of surnames. Yeah. Hand and heart, oh my God. Walk the plank. Your flag. So you guys, what I'm gonna do, hold on, you guys. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna put on this phone. Oops, I'm gonna hop on my other device because these aren't working. This isn't working for me. This isn't working.